In an uncertain time, our businesses, leaders, and community groups have come together to rise through COVID-19 and lift up the Bulkley Valley. At this snapshot in time, we continue to flatten the curve, protect the health of our community, and consider what continuity and resilience look like. As we highlight the innovation, diversity, and perseverance of the Chamber Network, remember, we will get through this. Our economy will be stronger than ever. We will pivot, we will lean in, and we will collaborate. We will overcome COVID-19. I'm so proud of the work that has been done to keep forward momentum. The work to protect the health of our community, to communicate the vital information, to support the vulnerable, to advocate for our businesses, the work to identify and fill the gaps. Our community should be really proud. Our municipality office, our community service groups, Northern Health, our MP, our MLA, all of which have been phenomenal and bring their strength working around the clock.
My name is Brandy Collins and I'm the chef and owner of Riverside Kitchen here in Telkwa, and I have just created this new space pretty much right at the start of COVID was when I opened my kitchen. So I have been faced with some troubles right off the bat of all of my large events being canceled. Used to catering a lot of weddings and corporate events, and so that immediately got wiped out. So I had to get creative and start doing deliveries and thinking of some new ideas of how I can reach the community. Rustica Bakery and myself started this weekly food box called the Good Grub Box, and we feature a local supplier each week to try and support the community and have some food security for the community. I'm not catering like business lunches anymore, but now people would like me to just drop stuff off at their house, or it's really cool to see how the community is just you know, kind of whatever you have to offer, they're willing to support that. How COVID has been for me, starting a new business, I would say it's been really inspiring. It's just been a whole new route to my business, and it has been a lot of fun navigating a new path.
Well, experience with COVID-19 has certainly been a challenge, and one of the things for me, it has brought in a new light on how we need to do things differently, how we need to work collaboratively, how we need to slow down, not only in our homes, but at work, to ensure that we are doing the right things. There's many concerns that we've had to address, and all at once. So certainly, I think right now our count is over 300 face masks that have been made to provide support to the community, our homeless, our seniors, and youth. Everybody is here to help. Everybody's willing to do the extra work. We look around town, everybody's putting in the extra hours, moving forward as quick as they can, providing support to their neighbors and seniors and youth. We want to ensure that we continue to do that, so I want people to feel that this remains to be a strong, vibrant community, that we're still as caring and loving as we were last year, that we're prepared. We're here for you.
I'm Sheena Miller here at the Smithers District Chamber of Commerce. I'm the chamber manager. And you know, our experience during COVID has been really exhausting and intense, but so inspiring and so rewarding and such a unique opportunity. If I had 3 words to describe our experience during COVID, I would say connection, camaraderie, and character. COVID-19 brings out your character. It brings out who you are as a person, as a neighbor, and as an organization like the Chamber of Commerce.
My name is Taylor Backrack. I'm the Member of Parliament for Skeena Bulkley Valley, and I'm here on Main Street Smithers on a gorgeous Bulkley Valley day, talking a little bit about this crisis has meant for communities, not just communities like Smithers, but communities all throughout the Northwest. And this has been both a very difficult time for people, and it's also been a time when we've seen the strength of our communities really come through. It can be a little bit cliche, the saying that tough times bring out the best in people, but that's exactly what we've seen. One of the things that we've always known is that we live in this global economy, and it's a harder and harder place for small communities to really thrive, because we're competing with global corporations, with global supply chains, and we're a long ways from big cities here in the Northwest. We're a remote part of the world. And I think what this last 2 months has taught us is the importance of supporting each other, the importance of making sure that when we're buying stuff, we're shopping local, that we're telling the stories of other local folks who are trying to make a go of it, and that we look out for each other, because there aren't too many of us up here, and the more we can do to come together, the better. We've seen businesses themselves come together and market their products in new ways and use social media, use video conferencing, all of these things to reach out. Even though we're not supposed to be within 6 feet of each other, in some ways, people have come closer together using technology. And it's times like these when I think the very best of our community shines through. I think the word is inspired. It's despite how difficult these times have been for so many people, and certainly can't diminish the depth of the impact on residents, on businesses. At the same time, we've seen these inspiring stories come forward that I think really demonstrate the best of the Northwest spirit, and show that when the chips are down, when times are tough, people can come together and look after each other. And I think that's what community is all about.
I'm Nick Meyer, owner of Bugwood Bean. Although COVID's been a surprising implied change for myself personally and my family and my business and my staff and my community, I appreciate the time I've been able to take, sprucing things up, adjusting our products, getting to do some long overdue maintenance that we haven't been able to do for years, tidy up the little details, and then put some energy into our online sales and other markets that we wouldn't be exploring at this time of year if we didn't have the opportunity to. We've been able to use the time to collaborate with other local businesses on some products coming up for the future, which we're super excited about, and also to have dialogue and have the time to talk with other businesses more than we ever have. Really, the business community's been reaching out to each other and working together like they never have before. And I really think that that's a positive thing, because together as a business community in Smithers, we have so much more to offer, not only our customers and our community, but ourselves as business owners.
I'm Gladys Attrell, and I'm currently sitting in the role of acting mayor on Smithers Town Council, and I've been on council about 5 years. Community is my heart and soul. I love it deeply. One of the things that I've been really proud of during this whole COVID-19 time is how community has come together. A really stunning example for me was the creation of the emergency camp. It was identified that there were really vulnerable people living downtown who would not be able to physically distance from others. Service groups in our community with private sector gathered together to build a camp that I think most people are aware of now. But that happened from idea to construction was less than 24 hours, and within a week people were housed. I sit on many roundtable calls right now, and on the social service roundtable we hear things like seniors need help with yard work, and within an hour there's a group gathering together to ensure that seniors are going to get help with yard work. And I heard it again this morning. Random things happen. This has shown up in town hall. We were calm and kind, and we stayed safe, and we had time to look up and see who needs help. What can I do to help? And the community rallied, and it's heartfelt. This is an amazing place. This is a community that is heart and soul for so many people, and we just do really cool stuff here. It's easy to be proud of this community in good times and in hard times. There's something about Smithers. There's something here in the landscape that attracts people, and then over time it's attracted people that have landed and blended with the Indigenous people who were the first owners of this land. And now there's something about Smithers. It's the incredible geography coupled with the amazing human talent that lives here, and all that brings to us.
Hi, I'm Jason from Local Supply Company in Smithers, British Columbia. We have a lot of local community support. We're fortunate to live in a town like Smithers in the north, that there's a lot of localism, and a lot of our friends, other businesses and supports are just a text or a phone call away. And I think things like COVID and this pandemic, what it's done for us is it's maybe made us look at our bottom line a little bit more, a little bit closer, and look at the back end and cut the fat where we normally maybe wouldn't have, where we had like regular sales and everyday business, and we always said we don't have time or we don't have the money to do it. So it's given us the time. It's given us the time to go back and watch things, and maybe look at our orders, cut our orders back, watch shipping costs, maybe trim a little bit of staffing, and look at everything.
Hello, I'm Colin Bateman. I'm with the Aspen Inn and River House Restaurant and Lounge. I'm past president of the Smithers Chamber, and COVID for us came pretty fast. 1 minute we were open, everything was running, and we were gearing up for a busy summer, and then the next minute it was done. And you know, the people that you see every day are not there anymore, and you're trying to figure out a way to get through what's been happening, not knowing how long it's going to. What we did at the Aspen is we decided to assign projects, and we started coming up with a lot of different things that we just haven't really been able to do over the years that we've been open. It seems that most people, you put your foot on the gas and you just keep on going, but at some point it's kind of nice to be able to take your foot off the gas a little bit and fix the things that you need to fix, and without affecting too many people.
Hi, I'm Blaine Espy, one of the owners of Smithers Brewing Company here in Smithers, BC. It's been a tough one. It's been a challenge for hospitality businesses, breweries like ours. We've only been open for just less than 2 years, but it's been a really kind of unique experience, and it's probably one of the better experiences we could honestly go through, because it made us take a step back and look at our business and figure out how to diversify. And you know, we built a ton of our business built on retail sales out the back door, and packaging and having a canning line has been really good to help us sort of diversify. We've been able to talk to a ton of local businesses that we normally wouldn't and partner with them. We're doing like beer and wing nights with Telly's. We're doing promos with the Alpenhorn. We've been talking with a ton of different businesses and just trying to build awareness that we're still around. We've been able to utilize our social media for a ton of really cool marketing initiatives. We're in the process of making hand sanitizer now to help out and to donate to like a lot of the frontline workers, and to sell to our local community and to our hospitality industry as we start to open up again. Diversify your business and figure out how to make things work, because this kind of shows that literally anything can happen. Couldn't be happier or prouder to be in this community of unique, creative, entrepreneurial people.
I'm Nathan Cullen. I'm here in Smithers at the great Bugwood Bean. I've just recently set up a new business into the teeth of a global pandemic. I started Nathan Cullen Strategies a couple months ago, and I'm here talking to the great Smithers Chamber of Commerce about all things new and exciting. People feel like they've been really responsible, and also maybe connecting in new ways that we haven't connected before, either to our own families. I think these kinds of things help us sort out what's important, and maybe leave some things behind that we used to take a lot of time and energy and give towards, and not do that so much. Yeah, I feel a little bit more focused as to what matters, and get rid of some of the noise that took up a lot of space. I think we'll draw together tighter as communities, and maybe even between communities, understand how precious it is to be able to travel, be able to see family. 2020's been tough, but I think the rest of the year is going to get better, and only upwards.
Hi there, my name is Mark DeHoog. I am a proud Smithereen. But people are finding ways to stay connected, finding ways to be together in community, trying to solve the problems, trying to work through all the dynamics that are happening and support one another. Smithers is a very resilient and very supportive community, and I think the last 2.5 months have been nothing but that from my perspective. People face challenges, and people support in whatever ways they can from a safe social distance, or physical distance is the right word. So one of the things that we identified is how can we make information quickly and easily accessible to people in a simple format, so that you're not having to wade through tons of data. It's surprising to me for a community of our size, the amount of supports that are there. The problem is that a lot of people don't know they're there. And so we just want to be a help to kind of help people find them and find those supports. Well, there's a few meetings that I'm involved with on a weekly basis. One of them is a social services gathering. We meet by Zoom, and there's usually between 10 and 20 different organizational leaders from different social services, from mental health to school district to town council, and all other social services in between, Positive Living North. They all gather together to talk about what they're doing, how we can possibly identify more gaps and work together, They're always very helpful in terms of information sharing amongst organizations on how we can work together, and it helps us get information out to the rest of the community. These very same principles that have been important every single day of our lives, but maybe forgotten and ignored. Principles of kindness and integrity, choices to notice and respect our neighbor and exercise the disciplines of gratitude and honesty. Now is a time to stay close in our hearts, not to shy away from what is in front of us. Social distancing must not become a distancing of our hearts, a welcoming of callousness, resentment, or bitterness. I think now is a time to be a gift to each other when it comes to the measures that truly matter. If your neighbor is scared, be trustworthy. If your neighbor's in need, be generous. Be relentless in the good.
Hey, I'm Lynn McKenzie with The Moose. I'm sure you're familiar with my face. We are a staple in the community, and we're no different than any other business. We were also impacted by COVID-19, and we know that you're feeling it directly too, which is why we wanted to make it easier for you, giving you a lighthearted place where you can find some entertainment and a break away from COVID, but still get all your COVID information and know it's a reliable place where you can trust the information and what you're getting. I have seen so much love, from simple actions of people making donations to the food bank, putting up hearts in their windows, parades. It's just been so much love, and thank you. Thank you to everyone. Keep spreading the love. I think this gives us a better opportunity to connect with our listeners on a more intimate level, with a night out in, with having interviews from local people where our listeners are interested in that, whether it's Northwest Society for Domestic Peace, the Animal Shelter, the Children's Development Center. We have had a lot of people, even someone from the pool, come in and talk about how you can still maintain your exercise during COVID-19. And that is super important right now, and I'm super excited to continue to expand on that in the future.
Hi, my name's Kim Martinson. I'm the General Manager of Community Futures in Adina. We operate within the region between Smithers and Burns Lake and everything in between. How has COVID affected me? In working world, we have ramped up so that we're so busy, we're actually working almost all the time. We've been working throughout the region, assisting businesses throughout their shutdown. So many businesses just automatically shut down right when this all started because they were unaware of whether they could operate or not operate. And in many cases, yes, they could operate. The ones who couldn't actually got orders from the province to shut down, and those are many personal care businesses. We're all gonna get through this. The entire region is gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this strongly and come out better for it at the other end.
Smithers, we are a small town with big hearts, big potential, and we're gonna get through COVID. We're gonna move through it stronger and more uniquely than ever. This has been an opportunity for this community, and we have chosen to take the opportunity and rise.
Together, we're going to get through this, Smithers.
Yeah, if anybody's going to get through this, it's going to be Smithers.
Together, we got this!